Today we got some top gameplay, crazy tips, and crazy comebacks. Let's get it. What's up YouTube, it's Coach Cory, and yesterday we pushed up in the top 200 global on the leaderboards for Brawl Stars, made a huge push at 195 right now, pushed about 200 trophies in like 2 hours, only had 2 losses, so we had an insane run. So I want to show you some of the best gameplay from that. We got some crazy comebacks. I don't want to tell you what games they are, you'll have to find out and see. I'll show you one of our losses as well, just so you can see what we did wrong. And I'll show some different brawlers, and I'll show you my strategy, like what I was thinking. And we'll be in gem grab, so it'll be some really good gem grab tips from some top gameplay. So let's get into that. All right, so starting out as Spike, and we're on Hard Rock Mine. Pretty sure it's still called Hard Rock Mine. We got Jesse as our mid. I'm going right here. So what I'm checking first every single time as Spike on the right, I want to make sure no one flanks me. So first shot I'm always doing is going to be that first shot I always did, and then I'm always going to the right to make sure to see if anyone's in the bushes on the right there. Of course, I saw the Nita within my first shot, so I didn't need to do that. But normally, if I don't see anyone with that first shot, gotta make sure no one flanks me. Really important in gem grab is for people to hold their lanes. If anyone gets by you, all of a sudden, like if a Nita gets by you, or a Bull, or a Tar, any sort of tank, you have to double team them a lot of times just to be able to get them out. So right here, looks like we have control except on the left side here, so our mid is really low. I'm going into supering, just trying to get value, get my super back. You can see I got really good value on the Nita, so I was able to use my super again, but we are starting to get pushed back here. So I just want to keep my side, try and push them back a little bit. Normally when I'm really low health, I want to heal up, but I want to try and allow our Jesse and our Brock to be able to get better shots. If they can push up a little bit, they're going to be able to get more damage because they're going to have an easier path. Sometimes when you get stuck in your spawn, you don't get really good shots. So now I'm just going in, and Nita is a really good matchup for Spike. So our Jesse did go down here, unfortunately, so we're definitely in a tough spot here. Only have 4 gems. It took some of our gems, so we got to make a comeback. But I always think in situations like this, there's still plenty of time. Even if you lose some of your gems, do not panic. Like, just be patient, heal up. As long as they don't have like 9 gems or something like that, or there's enough gems on the ground for them to get 9, just be patient, come back in the game. Do not rush. If you rush, that's when you completely collapse. And you're going to see that here. They had 8 gems, but we were just patient. We healed up. We're coming back in. We won. We got a kill, so it was 3-on-2, and then it was 2-on-2 again. But at the least, now we're able to put out enough damage that's going to make it really difficult for them to make an easy comeback and come into this and just walk away with it. At the least, we're going to be making them take a lot of damage, and everything is contested. So here we're just trying to just keep win these battles. So we got that kill there. Now we got a 3-on-2. So now it's going to be much easier for us. At the least, we're going to get countdown. But they can come back. It's only 10-9. So we have to get at least 1 more gem, and then they won't be able to have enough time for another 2 to spawn. Gems spawn about like every 7 seconds. So if there are 15 seconds left on the clock, everyone can get 2 gems and come back. But now we're able to get at least 2 even. Actually, our just need to go down to the reset countdown. That's another thing to be careful for, is if the countdown resets and they were 2 gems away, they can come back and win. But now at this point, it's pretty much over. We're just able to clutch it. Just able to get enough kills. At the least, we were able to take our gems closer to our spawn. That's another really important thing to do whenever you get countdown, is start walking back towards your spawn, but also make sure you're getting a lot of damage on the enemy as you're doing it. Okay, game number 2, and this one I'm actually playing as Ricochet. Got my Spike to 600 trophies. So after 600 trophies, the trophy amount changes. I get 4 trophies for a win instead of 5. So that's why I switched brawlers a couple times throughout this gameplay, because I got a brawler to 600. So now I'm playing Ricochet. So Ricochet, you do kind of want to do similar to Spike. You're just trying to make sure you hold your lane. So I did sort of lose my lane here. I wasn't able to keep the Tara from getting that wall. That's something I want to try and make sure to do. You don't want to let any aggro brawlers get a wall on you. You can see, for me to be able to get that Tara out of there, I needed help from the mid. I needed help from my gem carrier in order to make that happen, which is still fine if you need it, but you need to make sure that you're on the same page there. So now what we're just trying to do is set up a spawn trap, trying to use this Ricochet bounce. One thing I really recommend with Ricochet is take the time and learn where all the bounce shots are for this. For any single map, you're going to play Ricochet. Try to make sure you're learning the bounces. So now I know a Mortis is going to be a pretty easy matchup for me. For the most part, anytime you can get super value, always go for it. And this is where I was able to get that super value, because I pretty much memorized all these bounces. And I know right away, okay, Flick, I'm going to go, this bounce is going to get good value. I didn't have to think about it. If you can get that going, Now, what I should have done there is I should have supered sooner. I didn't think the Mortis was going to come in that quick. And maybe he had a soul there as well. He could have healed up, and I just didn't realize it because I think he had... I thought I was expecting him to die a little bit sooner. But here you can see we do have 9 gems. So we're really close to you see one more. We just got to be a little bit patient. And again, I did not super in time. I was not as careful as I needed to be. I was expecting it to go well. And here you can see as well, the Mortis goes and takes all our gems. And this is the most aggravating thing in gem grab, is we were dominating that game. We had like the first 10 out of the first 12 gems. And now there's 5 seconds to go, and we are in trouble. So now, what is going to happen? What's going to happen? It's going to be a clutch moment. Look at that super. Oh, and I knew too. You just get out of there. Take a couple gems. If you ever have a situation like this where you stop their countdown, do not worry about taking all the gems. Just take enough so they don't have countdown anymore. And here I'm just supering, just making sure. But we got 2 kills there. But whenever you take those gems out of spawn, just get enough to escape and stop countdown and then get control of mid again, and you can easily come back and win. And there were enough jumps for us to get countdown in mid, so it worked out. All right, another game is Ricochet, and now pretty much all of the games I'm showing you, except for like the crazy comebacks and actually our loss, were against people who are all over 500 trophies. So it's all really high quality gameplay, all really good opponents here. And you're seeing they're actually going double gem carry in this, which is not like usually recommended, but admittedly, a lot of gem carriers are really strong right now. Like Jesse and Pam are both top 10 brawlers. And Jesse is almost a top 5 brawler, not quite. Pam is definitely. So they're still both really strong brawlers. You can make it work. It tends to be a little bit difficult though as well, because you tend to be not as consistent in a lot of ways. But again, it is a double turret strategy. It can work really well, and you're going to see it's not going to be super easy for us. But we're all able to start the spawn trap in here. Anytime you got a spawn trap, you just look for those angles with Ricochet. You're always looking for those angles. I know. Every single time, I'm just looking to hit them without being hit. Of course, that makes a lot of sense, but that's what you got to go for here. And now we're just really applying pressure. The other thing, too, I would say, is when you are spawn trapping someone, don't be too aggressive. Like if you go in and you're being really aggressive, let's say you get a kill, but you end up dying in the process, that's really not a good trade when you're spawn trapping, because what that's going to allow them to do is going to give them space to come and get out of the spawn now for their other teammates, because when you have 3 people, you can hold down each lane. But if there's only 2, it's going to allow them to push out in some sort of way. So you do want to be careful about any of those 1-for-1 trades. If you can get more than that, then okay, fine. Like maybe you get a kill and you get someone really low health as well, then that might be more worth it. That might be more worth it. It depends too if you're really getting your super back and how close you are to countdown. If you're like 9 gems, you know, it can be justifiable. Here we go, going in as Ricochet again. I think we're going left side this time as well. You can also go right side on this map with Ricochet. Ricochet and Spike can really easily switch sides here. Let's see if Ricochet's out. Yes, so there is a Rico on one side. So this is one of those times, whenever there's Ricochet versus Ricochet matchup, that's when you really have to know those bounce shots, because whoever gets that first shot usually starts winning. So you can see here, he got those first shots on me, and honestly, he got those first shots because I started shooting mid. That's another thing too, when you're in these top matchups, it's where you spend your shots really matters. I was able to end up winning that matchup, but it was definitely really risky. And also too, once I won that matchup, it really helped us win mid as well. And you're gonna see, we're gonna set up a really wicked spawn trap here. Ricochet versus Ricochet can be really difficult on this map once a spawn trap gets set up. You sort of end up, by trying to get out of the spawn trap, you can really easy walk into shots. So here, I used my super to get that kill, even though I did not get much of my super back. I was just really hoping to try and really cement our spawn trap. It didn't exactly work, as I did end up dying, but at least I got the kill, so it helped us at least establish a 2-on-2 instead of making sure I didn't end up dying and creating a 3-on-2 and really losing control here. So now I'm just trying to make sure I can see their Poco was just really consistently being really obvious where he was walking. He kept going back and forth, and he had a gem as well, so that was definitely not a good move for him. He really should have gone back and waited for his help. Another tip I would give if you're ever being spawn trapped is do not just keep going in as individuals. You need to make a push as a team. Also try and get your supers. When you have your supers, it's going to be much easier to be able to get out of spawn, especially if you're a team. If you keep going in as an individual, you're going to be easy kills. One more game is Ricochet, and then we're going to go ahead and play Nita for a couple. And here you're going to see we actually switched our gem carrier from Jesse to Poco. Poco is good on this map, but you are going to see Poco is not good versus Brock and Ricochet. And we do really struggle versus these guys. This long range of them really puts us in a bind. You can see here early, just by peeking out slightly, that Brock didn't even like really know I was there. He was just shooting at a common place that people go, which, I mean, really worked out for him. I got down to 40 health, so that was definitely a trouble. You see this long range really giving us problems. Piper and Brock This is not a typical team comp, and I would probably not recommend it, but it does work really well against us. You're going to see Piper can be really difficult to deal with. If Piper is hitting shots, it's really, really annoying. And there's also like Piper able to use her star power on this map really well because she has those bushes, so she can deal even more damage. And Crow was really annoying for us this whole match as well. And you're going to just see Piper get a lot of shots as well throughout this match. And Brock. And versus a Ricochet and a Spike, two brawlers that can get two-shot by both of these people. Two-shot by Brock if you're in the fire. So both of these guys are a big problem for us, and the Poco matchup is not good either. So they're really going to use this range on us. And you also see one thing we're doing here is we're leaving that gem there. I know some people might be like, why are we getting that gem? But anytime you actually have a gem that's closer to your spawn and you die with it, if there's no dire need for you to pick it up, you can leave it there and just leave it for you to pick up later. Because what this is going to do is if you are ever more forward on the map and you die, at the least you didn't die with that gem that you have back there. So that way you're not leaving as many as wherever you would be dying. So that is always a good thing. But of course, if you're in a lot of pressure, like if they're near your spawn, you got to pick it up. You can't just give them the gem. So here you can see they're just getting a lot of kills in us using this damage, and we're not able to win these matchups here. One thing they're doing really well is they're doing a lot of 2v1s. They're getting a lot of 2v1s on us, and they're getting one shot from Brock and then one shot from Piper, or the other way around. And Crow is keeping us poisoned, so maybe we got one shot from them, and then Crow would stop us from healing up. And this one is actually going to be our loss. This one's not going to have a crazy comeback, as you probably figured out. So this one, we just didn't have it. It just didn't work out for us. We didn't get enough consistent kills. We never established control. We didn't set up a spawn trap. We didn't use walls well enough, which is something we really need to do versus that sort of team comp. All right, so here we go. We switched over to Nita. Got my Ricochet to 600. So now we're playing Nita. Now, Nita can work on this map again, left or right, but I do prefer Nita on the left. You want to have as many walls as possible here, so you want to really use it. So here you can see, I saw that there were two people, so I wanted to continuously check left, but actually their Jessie did a really good job. So I kept trying to shoot left, but I was high enough up that their Jessie just kept getting shots on me. And as a mid, that's actually what you want to do. You don't want to spend the majority of your time shooting the other mid. You want to try and shoot one of the other sides because you want to try and get that kill. You want to try and get that first kill. Whoever gets that first kill gets a 3-on-2, and then you can really establish control. And that's what you're going to see here. They're able to get the first 5 gems pretty easily because they 2v1'd me early on, and then they're going to have a 3-on-2, of course. Now, you know, they got to heal up after fighting us, but at the least it's still a lot easier for them. So now they're really using that pressure really well, and we're definitely getting stuck here. It's been a real struggle for us early on. And Leon versus Nita is definitely not a good matchup. You can think, I mean, Nita is a short-range brawler, and Leon does a ton of damage in short range. So and the faster move speed just really allows Leon to get within really close range easily on Nita, and especially with all this grass. So that's why early on I was just trying to scout because I didn't know where that Leon was, but the Jessie just completely got me. So here they have 9 gems, so we are really struggling, and that Leon ability is just a stagger. But our Ricochet was really clutch. They're taking out their gem carry and at least taking a couple of gems from them, and here we are. We're just trying to get back. Now normally you want to go back to your side here, but we're just rushing away straight back to mid because we know they have too many gems. We got to get this back. So now they got 13 gems and they have countdown, so I'm throwing that bear down. They got the crow jump too, but look at this, baby. Oh, look at all that damage I did, and I got 900 health left. Oh, look at this. I was really afraid that Jessie bounce shot was going to get me, but it actually just kept hitting my teammates instead, and it never got to me and my bear. Oh my god, I cannot believe we are able to walk away with this one. I mean, they honestly probably deserve that win better than us. Leon was just, and Jessie played really well, way too strong, but we were able to walk away with it, and that was pretty insane. All right, now another match versus a Leon as Anita. Definitely a difficult matchup. You gotta really try and keep your distance here, and you can also see I decided after having a little success going straight away up right, I decided to go on the left side a little bit more this time. So I took a little damage, but at least it was at range, so now I'm healing up, and it is gonna go a little bit better. It's still not a lot better because Leon is just so strong. Honestly, it's a really bad matchup, but at least I'm still alive. So that's always a good thing. Still alive, keeping him sire. We have won our side so far for the most part. Now Ricochet's doing real well. Got a kill on the Brock, and he's supering now. And definitely did go down there, but at least I got good damage, and now they're all really low. So it's a 2-on-2, but we have the health advantage. At least we have a Jesse turret up. So we're in a decent situation here. Actually, I think, is there Jesse turret up? I just kind of assumed there would be, but I guess Jesse decided to heal it first. And here you can see too, this is a scary part about facing a Leon. You never know where the Leon is, I feel like, especially whenever there's grass. You're like, okay, crap, Leon has super. So I'm just constantly shooting a lot of times, but at the least too, one thing you can do is you get closer to your teammates. At the least, if you're near your teammate and that Leon does show up, Leon does not hit multiple people at once, so you can try and 2v1 the Leon if that gets close by, and then you have a chance here. And actually, this Jesse made a really big mistake. Did not see how close I was, and I'm able to walk away with 6 of those gems, and that is going to be the game. They really do not have a chance to come back from that. Their Jesse just did not see me coming, I guess, and I easily took advantage of that. Nita versus Jesse matchup is almost always going to go in favor of Nita. Nita with the much faster reload speed and, of course, with more health. So we were able to walk away with that victory. Want to see more top trophy gameplay? Check out that playlist over there with exactly that. It's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you later.